Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today is the 2nd of August, and in the last video we left off in Vista, where we left the Jeep over there, and that was already more than a couple weeks ago. So I already went, picked it up, and then traveled north to San Francisco through the Pacific Coast Highway. So this video is going to be from Vista, California, through as much as the Pacific Coast Highway as possible, ending up in San Francisco. Hope you enjoy it. Good morning, guys. It is July 18th. It's 5:38 in the morning, and I am heading to the airport to go to Oceanside to Vista to pick up the Jeep and continue the trip. So let's see how it goes. Just landed in San Diego, and I think the Uber is probably going to cost more than the flight because it's 40 miles away from here. But we'll see. So the Jeep is still here. Okay, let's see. Fuel pump, priming. Now at this point, we are over here in Vista. This is where we left the Jeep last time, at that lady's house that I rented the driveway with that app called Neighbor. And my plan was to travel all the way to San Francisco, which it doesn't show here, it's more north. And I wanted to do all of the Pacific Coast Highway because when we were kids, my brother and I and my mom and dad, we went on a trip, and I remember that my dad rented a 2006, I think it was, Ford Mustang convertible. And I thought it was the coolest thing in the entire world. And I remember we did a huge chunk of the Pacific Coast Highway in the north. So I wanted to do that. And also I wanted to do that because I could avoid the 5 by taking the Pacific Coast Highway. And it's a good thing for me because the 5 is really fast and the Jeep does not like to go fast. So the problem was that at Vista, if I wanted to go north to the Pacific Coast Highway, you have Camp Pendleton. And Camp Pendleton, right here, does not have a section of the Pacific Coast Highway that you can go through. At least not as a civilian. Maybe if you're a military, yes. So I had to travel all the way around here and come back. I think it was through San Clemente or just a little bit north in order to get to the Pacific Coast Highway. So that took quite some time. So here is that part coming up. We're gonna connect the battery cables so we can charge the phone and the drone. Got a drone this time. And check the oil and coolant. And then we'll stop at a gas station, fill up, clean the windshield, find some food, and then continue. I'm gonna have to adjust the valves on this thing tomorrow. It started pretty good and it's running right, but it's making a lot of valve train noise. and I expected that. Last time I didn't have a lot of time to fix or to gap the valve properly. So I just filled up, and the goal is to get to the Pacific Coast Highway and avoid the 5 and start heading north and try to get to San Francisco. That's gonna be the end of this journey. We'll see how that goes. We're at the Shell gas station here in Oceanside, about to start heading north.
At the next light, turn right.
Gonna get some road snacks over here. So this is the historic Route 395, and it runs parallel to the 15 heading north. I'm trying to avoid Camp Pendleton, and because if not, the 5 would be the fastest route. But this route takes us to the inside, avoiding the highway. I think this is Murrieta right now on California 395. This is Lake Elsinore. some people were saying that I had a burnt out brake light, but I checked it out. And no, stopped by the AutoZone and I checked it out right now and it was working fine. Alright guys, so I made it to Long Beach and the Jeep ran, just perfect. The brakes were fine, the head gasket held just fine, and I did take a pretty long route because I wanted to dodge Camp Pendleton, and well, I wanted to dodge the 5. So I went the long way around, which was, I think it was like 100 and something miles. But I got a hotel today, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna adjust the valves on it and check everything out on it to make sure that it's good for the rest of the trip. I'm gonna go to a grocery store right now and see what I'm gonna make for dinner, and then we're gonna continue tomorrow. Have a good night. Good morning, people from Long Beach. Got a cup of coffee from the hotel. I'm gonna pack up and then start heading north and getting out of the clutter of LA. And I think the real fun's gonna start when we pass LA and lose the heavy traffic on Pacific Coast Highway. It's gonna be beautiful. Alright, got the trunk all packed up. I'm gonna put the rotor back in the distributor because it was one of those hotels. And let's take off. There we are. We made it to Manhattan Beach. So still on the Pacific Coast Highway or Highway 1 and about to go through LAX. This is as much of LA as you can get into with this thing. It's pretty cool. Get some tacos. Here in Santa Monica. We made it to Santa Monica, I think. here we are in Santa Monica. And it says to display this thing up on the dashboard, but I don't have a dashboard. So, there you go. So here we are checking the oil, but in a cool place in Santa Monica. It has not consumed any oil since I started the trip. I've consumed a little bit of oil, but not too much. I think mostly it leaks, but it is. I just checked it right now, and you can't see, but it's at the right at the full and between the full and the add 1 quart mark. So it's doing good, but it does leak a little bit, and there's just nothing you can do about that. It's got the new rear main seal, it's got the new transmission input shaft seal, everything on it, but it'll still leak. And that's okay. So Santa Monica, and everything's running perfect. This is Ventura. There's a fair over here, and it's partying right now. It's busy. It's nice. So this is Vandenberg Village, and I think we're just gonna make it to, well, not too far from here because it's getting cold. Good morning from Santa Maria. I spent the night over here last night in a little hotel. It's cold over here, surprisingly, midsummer, and it's cold. And today I'm gonna keep going, and I think I should be able to finish all the way to San Francisco. I'm gonna stop by the store here and get a cooler though, because all the food I'm making, I have to eat it, and I want to save it. So let's get going. All right, keep our food fresh with this. But it's gloomy outside. It's dark and cold. We're gonna give her the morning checkup here. Maybe top off the coolant just a little bit. Let's check the oil. I only added a half a quart or so in the whole trip, so look at that. The rings are perfect on it. We did a good job with that. At least with that, we did a nice job. We'll put the rotor back on her. There you go. That thing still has play on it. I didn't take care of that. Come on. Oh, come on. There you are. There's that one. One-handed. There we go. Perfect. Now, this one has the little oil holes on it, so you can lubricate components like the generator. And I always add, maybe before each trip, I add a little bit of engine oil to it, also to the distributor. Especially the distributor, with how worn that bushing is, to make sure that it keeps running. But everything looks fantastic. I gotta try to find a sweater because it's really cold over here. But I don't think there's gonna be a Ross in this town. Oh, right there's a Ross. right at this video, we are here at Morro Bay, which is really nice. It has a big rock outside of it. And continuing north. Look at this school. See, oh crap, it's just a reflection, but that's beautiful. It's a little bit creepy also, but it is pretty cool. First castle was so full of people that I decided to just continue. It was gonna be hours of waiting. We literally have arrived at paradise. This is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. The video really doesn't do it justice. I mean, it's crazy. I think this is going to be a good spot to make some lunch. This place gets more and more incredible every time. This is by Big Sur and under a bridge. So somewhere north of San Simeon, there was a landslide or something on the Pacific Coast Highway and it was closed. And I was a little concerned because the GPS said I had to backtrack for quite a while. But I found a road that is called Nacimiento Ferguson, and it goes from sea level very high up a mountain, and you end up coming out at the end of Fort Hunter Liggett, and it is so cool. It is one of the best roads I've ever done in my life. That part is coming up here next.
We didn't take it today, and then lo and behold, the donut didn't even have good pressure in it. So.
That's always how it is.
It's all or nothing.
We're completely unprepared, completely.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries.
This looks pretty vintage.
Yeah, 65.
Wow.
Yeah. Highway 1 was closed north of Morro Bay, and this thing had to be detour through a military base, which was cool. So just getting some gas, and then we're gonna continue north.
At the light, turn right onto East Gavilan Street, then turn left onto Monterey Street.
Good morning from Santa Cruz. Today is the last day of the trip. We're gonna go store the Jeep and then take a plane back to Vegas. This here is footage of a $180 drone I bought from Amazon, and I think this is the second time that I've flown it. It's the first time I recorded on it. It's absolutely terrible, but I'm sure I'll get better at using it. And it was still really a pretty video because the place is beautiful. So sorry about the quality. I will get better equipment next time. This is the Pigeon Point Lighthouse, and I think personally this is one of the prettiest places I've ever been to in my life. It's incredible, and there's not a lot of people that go there, but definitely a place to check out. Oh my goodness, we made it to San Francisco and it's raining. I'm gonna try to get to the Golden Gate Bridge. The Jeep made it all the way to San Francisco and it ran pretty good. Just put a cardboard underneath to be courteous to this gentleman's driveway because it is pretty clean. And then we'll come and get it here in a few weeks and continue the trip. That should hold the Jeep just fine right there. The last person that I left it in, it rolled down the driveway and I had to go back to move it. So, there's the handbrake right there. And so the Jeep made it, and it ran incredible. You know, last time we had that head gasket issue, that's done. The brakes were fine, no leaks. I think that 10W40 that I put on it fixed something magically. Probably not. But right now it's in San Francisco. It's in South San Francisco. I didn't get a chance to cross the Golden Gate. That'll be for next time. We'll fly back there in a couple of weeks, and the goal will be to go to Redwood by Crescent City, because I've never been, and it looks like just an amazing place. So thank you guys for watching, and subscribe, and keep having fun. See you next time.